So today we have over here the OnePlus 13. So I got this one today itself, and this specific one is the 256 gigs version, which is 12 gigs of RAM and the 256 GB of memory. So I got this one to compare it with the S25 Ultra, and like how this compares with the S25 Ultra. So that's the reason like I got the 12 gigs of RAM version, which is just in the 256 GB RAM. This one is the black Eclipse color, and we'll just go ahead and just unbox this one, and the upcoming videos you'll be just seeing the comparison between the S25 Ultra and the OnePlus 13. So let's go ahead and just unbox this one. So right, time to reveal this device. And just a disclaimer, like this one I bought from my own money, and this specific phone from OnePlus is my first OnePlus that I've ever owned, this one. And I'll just go ahead and just unbox this one. And I see the box is pretty much big. On the right side you can see there's like a OnePlus 13 branding over here. On the top you get the typical red box with that you always see with the OnePlus devices. And the box itself is very big. I suppose like there is a charger in this one, but yeah, we just go ahead and explore. So that says like never settle on the top, and there's like a pull tab over here to just lift this one, which is kind of a good touch, you can say. And let's find what's in the box here. So we can find some paperwork here, and there's like one SIM ejection tool, and you can just find one this data transfer. Yeah, so this is USB type A to USB type C, and I suppose this one is for the data transfer between the devices itself. We just put this one aside, and we just open the phone itself. So before just diving into the phone, I'll just keep this one away for a bit, and we just go ahead and just see what else is in the box. So this device I bought it in Canada. So you get the charging brick over here, which says like a super walk, and then there's type A to type C charging cable over there, which is typical style of the OnePlus 13. I believe like all of the devices are like coming like this way with the OnePlus, but yeah. So you just getting over here around so it says like around 100 to 130 watts. So this specific charger is the 80 watts max charging. That's what's coming in the North America, and I believe the same goes for the US as well, this one. So you're just getting, but good to know, like you're just getting these chargers at least in this age with the OnePlus devices. And this device is like if you've ordered this one, if you pre-ordered this one, so you'll be getting like 1250 Canadian dollars for the 512 gigs version, which is I believe like a great deal, because this device is equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And we just keep this one aside, and we just focus on the device itself now. So here's the packaging of the device itself. So there is like a pull tab kind of stuff over here, and initial impressions, like it's my first OnePlus device, and I can vouch on that, like it feels pretty premium. Let's weight this device, like how much this one weighs. So let's go ahead and just weight first this device, and we'll see how much this one weighs. And it's around 215 grams in weight, and incomparable to the S22 Ultra that showed around 222 grams on this weighing machine. And I'll just remove this sticker for the so yeah, the first impression, this is the first device, and I can vouch on that. It's pretty grippy kind of device that you can see in this one, and the circle on the back with these three cameras. So these are like a triple camera, like a 50 megapixel camera, and you get one LED flash over here. The back itself is pretty nice to hold. Like, I think this is one of the devices that I can vouch on that is not slippery while holding. And the curve, I'm just finding a little bit better on this one in terms of holding. The device is pretty thin in terms of if you're holding the device. And now one thing I'm noticing, like the OnePlus, like I really like this thing, like at least the OnePlus have pre-installed the screen protector, so you don't have to like install another one. And that I assume like will be compatible with the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner as well. So that's a good thing that you don't have to buy a separate uh, screen protector for the OnePlus 13. This is my first OnePlus 13, so I'm not sure like if the other devices are also coming with that. Yeah, so on the back I can see like if you see on the reflection, so it gives you a little bit of a wooden touch, like it shows like a carbon finish, you can say. And it's very anti-slip, and pretty much nice to hold this device. There is a little curve on the side that helps you sliding down your fingers on from right to left, and either way if you're just coming from left to right, feels pretty much nice. So let's talk about the design of this phone itself. So like I'm finding this device to be pretty much easy to hold in hands, and the texture I'm really liking on the back itself, along with this camera ring. And if you talk about the sides, so we get one antenna band over here, and then there's one on the top, and then there's one switch over here. And the feel on the sides, you can see on the frame itself, is like it's basically it's an aluminum, so it's very subtle and kind of a matte kind of finish. Like it's very pleasing to the eyes. It's not very shiny kind of color that you get to see on the other blue color that it has. I really like the finish on this one. It's really great. Like it looks like a dark gray, you can say like a coal kind of texture. You can find it at the back as well. Like it's like a wooden texture in different shades. You see it looks like a wood, like a charcoal kind of a wood. And then there's on the top we see like a two antenna bands over here. Then we have one noise cancelling mics over here, and there's IR blaster. So many new devices are now coming with the IR blaster, but yeah, Apple and Samsung are not keen enough to give this one. So yeah, so on the other side if we come, so we have two antenna bands, and we have the volume up and down. You can hear the clicking noise, and then we have the power button. And yeah, and same aluminum finish you are getting all over the sides. On the bottom you get another speaker over here. Then we have a noise cancelling mics, and we have the type C charging port, and then we have one SIM card tray. Talk back on. Okay, that's annoying. Anyway, so yeah, so on the front, like I really like this screen. Like if you see, so like the curve itself, like it feels pretty nice to touch. It has a curvy kind of non-slippery kind of feel to it, which is really great. Like you can use this phone like without the case itself. And I'm really liking like the there's a front screen protector already been installed on this device itself. Now I wanted to talk about the little bit of specs and the aspects of this device itself. So build wise, if we consider, so it's aluminum chassis, and there's a front glass and a back. The back one, it doesn't feel like it is a glass. But yeah, so if we talk about the dimensions, so it is 162.9 by 76.5 by 8.5 millimeter in thickness. And there's obviously the glass front, and on the glass there's a back. It's or it says like a silicone polymer back kind of eco leather that you might get on the with the ocean blue color. I'm not sure like what that called. Like I think that's called Midnight Ocean. And if you come up on to the rating, so this is IP69, dust tide and water resistance, and it's can like withstand like high pressure washers. So like in case you, obviously these phones are not made to be like all the time used or washed with a high pressure washer, but yeah, in case you were just washing your car and you drop your phone and it comes in line with the pressure washers, obviously this can handle this one, which is quite a good thing, like in terms of what the competition has to offer. And it is immersible up to like 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. The front display itself, like it's the LTPO 4.1 AMOLED with 1 billion colors and 120 hertz of display itself, supports Dolby Vision, HDR10 plus and HDR Vivid, and there's a peak brightness of 4500 nits. The screen itself is like a 6.82.
Welcome to TalkBack.
Turn off
Tap
top.
again to turn off. TalkBack off.
All right. So yeah, so if you talk about the screen, the front screen, so it's decent. I really like this one. So this one is like a 6.82 inches with 90.7% screen to body ratio with 1440 and 3168 pixels, which makes it around like a 510 pixel density, which is great in my opinion, this one. And obviously it has the always on display, and it comes like Android 15 out of the box. And now the OnePlus says like it supports around 4 major upgrades, so you can say you will be getting the Android 19, the last one that you'll be getting on this one, which is kind of a great, like that's kind of a decent, like others are offering like 7 years of major upgrades, but like 4 years is fair enough, because usually like nobody uses that much like device for that much long, and the battery always like deteriorates, the component deteriorates on the phone itself. However, obviously the Snapdragon 8 elite is very capable chip that is in this one, and that will just last beyond 4 years, that I would believe this one. So this specific version is like the 256 with 12 gigs of RAM. There's others are also coming with 512 gigs with 12 gigs of RAM and 512 with 16 gigs of RAM. And the chipset itself is pretty great on this one, which is I already mentioned, Snapdragon 8 elite. So this one is like octa-core system or chipset, you can say, which is 2 into 4.32 gigahertz, and then there's 6 into 3.53 gigahertz. And if you compare it to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, so the chipset is like being optimized or overclocked for the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which is like around 4.47 gigahertz instead of 4.32 gigahertz. Both are Snapdragon, but that one is like overclocked for that one. I'm not sure like if that will be useful in the real terms of performance, but yeah, nevertheless it is there. On the back we get to see like a 50 megapixel, like all cameras are, three cameras are 50 megapixel. So there's a 50 megapixel wide, then there's 150 megapixel periscope telephoto, which is like 3 times optical zoom, and then there's 50 megapixel which is ultra wide. It has the Hasselblad color calibration on this one, and there's a laser focus, there's a color spectrum sensor on this one, and there's a dual LED flash, if you can see over here. And it supports up to 8K at 30 fps. The front camera on this one is like 32 megapixel, which supports 4K up to 60 fps, and there's a 6000 mAh of battery in this one, and it supports 100 watts of wired charging. But this specific version in North America, this one is like suppose 80 watts of fast charging, which is still nevertheless very much better than when you compare to the other devices. And obviously it's a very good, I believe, obviously it has the AI features in it built in. We just explored those one and compared to other devices as well. It has the stereo speakers, 6000 mAh battery is great on this phone, and very much comparable with the what you call the competition. And you get what is the fingerprint, which is the under fingerprint scanner, and that's ultrasonic. So that's what you get on this device itself. I really like that the OnePlus just gave the, it's still the charger and the cable itself into the box. And the price wise, if we say, if I would like to talk about this one, so if you are just pre-ordering this one, so or if you have just pre-ordered this one, so you'll be just getting 512 gigs and with 16 gigs of RAM for 1250 in Canada, and that's a great deal. And then you're just getting a couple of uh, two, I think there's two options. You can just get one case, and or maybe you can just get two free cases, or you can just get one case and there's just some charges. So they have some offers going on still, they have that one, so if you want to just grab that, you can grab. So when you compare like with the phone itself, so like Galaxy S25 Ultra is right now above $1,900 in Canada, and this one you're just getting and I'm telling you the price for the 256 and 12 gigs of RAM for the S25 Ultra. However, you're just getting this one just 1250 bucks in Canada. And if you're just able to lock in the deal for the pre-order, so you'll be getting this one pretty much cheaper, like around 255 512 gigs and 16 gigs of RAM, which is kind of a great deal in terms of uh, you can get like S24 Ultra views for that price around or nearly that price. So you're just getting this flagship device with new processor and everything, with better battery life and everything. So yeah, time will tell like how this device performs. I'll be just using this device and we'll let you know, guys, like how this one performs regarding the software capabilities. I know like a One UI 7 is pretty much nice on the S25 Ultra, and it's very hard to beat that one when it comes to the multitasking and the refinement that the Samsung has done in that one. And this will be my first time exploring the Oxygen software on this one. And so yeah, that was like a quick unboxing of this one. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, just have a look on this color, like it looks pretty nice. Like it's the phone itself, it looks like a charcoal kind of touch it has. Very beautiful. All right, so yeah, thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.